This episode of Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
And what about our Wade's World podcast?
What about it, Charlie Esser? Hello and welcome back to Wade's World, the world's best and probably only Deadpool podcast. I am Phil. Joining me as always, the mistress of mayhem and pain herself.
Hey y'all, it's Lilith Hellfire.
She's like, I know who I am. Master of the 21 chug salute.
I need a restaurant that has bottomless enchiladas.
I was going to say, sorry, Alaska. Marnell might be like the princess of drinking, but you got the queen right here. All right, so we are covering an old issue and a new issue today.
Something old, something new, something red, something dead.
Nice. Ryan Reynolds, is that you? Yes, we're covering Deadpool number 15.
Wait, just random nonsense. They did say that the next Deadpool they make is going to be rated R, though. So that's good news. I don't know if that's official, but it makes sense.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was in the news that Ryan Reynolds was actually meeting with Disney this week.
Yeah.
Do you see? I love what he put on social media. He's like, yes, I'm auditioning for the part of someone called Anthony Stark.
That would be great.
I love someone like photoshopped the picture too. It was like a security guard walking Deadpool out in handcuffs. Oh my lord!
The mouse will not tolerate your antics, sir. Get in line or get out.
That's a cosplay I want to do for like a convention at some point. Just like wear a Deadpool costume and have a name tag that says "Proud" and then cross out Fox and put Disney employee.
Yes. And then you have to have your mouth with the censor tape.
There you go. Because a couple years back, we saw Deadpool at a convention. He was carrying a big sign that said "God hates Wolverine."
Well, that new thruple business, it seems that it might be true. Scroll down.
Oh, that's in the first issue we're going to talk today. Deadpool 15 from 2013. Yeah, Wolverine and Captain America are in this issue.
Yes. You know,
And
Phil
then-
hates me. It's fine.
Not like it is an actual Cap issue, which we'll get to.
I know.
And then the new issue, Absolute Carnage, Deadpool number 3, the conclusion.
Better than you think.
Oh. And then, of course, because in the back they say, Deadpool number 1 coming in November. Phrasing.
I was about to say it.
I know. But, I did hear back email from Kelly Thompson. Even though they did push that back yet another week, she will still agree to talk with us when Deadpool 1 hits eventually.
Okay.
I think it's like November 20th now or something.
Wow.
Something like that. But yeah, she said, I said, is that still good? She's like, yeah. Well, there must have been rumbling because when the first time I talked to her, she's like, yeah, they already pushed it back a week. She's like, they may do it again. So, and they did.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
The good, the bad, the ugly. So basically you, Charlie, and me.
We'll let you guys figure out who's who and what's what.
I said them in order. I said them in order, dear.
Oh. Yes. These issues were a little I don't know. They weren't bad.
It's that weird period where like Well, first of all, he was working with the SHIELD agent, Agent Preston, who got killed, and now like she's a voice in his head. Like her mind is
That's just
actually
what he needs.
female, and a female. That's not bad enough. That's it's. I mean, they did it first, but it's like it's almost like copying this podcast. Like I have a black woman's voice in my head. I can't see you.
I'm so sorry.
I can't see you. I know you're there. And then I guess Deadpool finds out a mad scientist has been kidnapping him every so often and harvesting his organs.
As you do.
Well, he has a healing factor. They grow back.
Exactly. Nothing unethical about that at all.
No. Yeah, because the scientist's name is Butler, because he even makes the joke on the recap page. That's right, the Butler did it.
This is like a Mr. Freeze story, honestly, though.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. But except for his woman, isn't it his sister he's trying to cure or something?
Yeah. Woman's intuition. I have that now, right?
No! You know, if this would have been rated a little higher, he says parental advisory. I'm trying to remember if when she was stuck in his head at any point, if he was like, does this make me a lesbian now?
Well, he's pansexual, so you know.
Oh, true. But yeah, I love the flashback of Butler talking to the Weapon X guys, basically like, you guys gave a healing factor to a person with cancer and it cured him, and you just flushed him out. And yeah, he was crazy. His healing factor didn't fully kick in until we got rid of him. Oh man, look at this flashback. That's when Butler had like the Charlie Esser-esque mustache. Mustache.
Mustachio.
That episode was on the other day. What's that hair on the top of your lip, Raj? Mustache. Mustache. But yeah, you're right. Get the Mr. Freeze vibes because he's like, I'll cure you. But then they flash to Manhattan in the present.
So he's sitting somewhere a la Spider-Man. I love it.
Well, yeah, he like breaks into like Avengers Tower, although they don't show because this is Avengers Tower. Because yeah, Wolverine's there. Cause, yes, Wolverine was on the Avengers.
Back in the middle 2000s.
Yeah. So he's asking him about Butler if he's ever heard of him. I love that Wolverine. He's like, are you ready to bleed from 6 holes?
Yikes! Phrasing.
Yeah. And I love because you just see Wolverine laying in bed, but then it's, Deadpool's walking out of the room. He's like, oh, okay, bye, Storm. Because that was a thing. Or should I say,
I didn't mind that was a thing. Because they have a child together in the future. So,
I just love Preston in Deadpool's head. She's like, oh, damn, those two are getting freaky. That girl should know better.
You gotta let loose every now and then. It's fine.
I know, but I know it's different writers and stuff, but I just love after he dies and comes back, no one ever mentions that those two are, together at all. I mean, presently,
it's okay. Remembers. It's fine.
I know. It just seems like presently Wolverine's just trying to get into a 3-way with Cyclops and Jean.
I mean, I get it. It's his ultimate dream come true at that point.
Lilith is like, don't underestimate the power of the ginger. They can make anyone do anything. Oh, and then Lilith's favorite part of the issue, we get the Captain America.
Yeah, I don't understand why we had to have him here. Like, I don't mind him, but I don't understand. Is it because it's a super soldier kind of formula thing? Is that the vibe we were?
I think in the like recently, last couple years, last decade or so, they've been trying to paint. The super soldier formula thing was all like an early offshoot of Weapon X or something.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
but I like that he calls him the Tony Robbins of heroes.
yeah.
I was like, yes.
And I mean, eventually, Cap shows him enough respect. Like after Secret Wars, like he puts Deadpool on an Avengers team.
An Avengers team, not the Avengers team. So we're clear.
Well, there's always 20 of them. Is there the now there is, but at that point, I don't know if there was the Avengers team. There was like 20 different teams.
Something classic that you can hold on to.
He was on a team with Captain America, so. But then the whole Hydra Cap thing happened, and things went crazy.
Yeah.
So what's your problem with Cap? Do you think he's too boring?
Yeah, it's very. I don't know. It's like it's not boring like Superman, I guess. Like sometimes too, but he's like just super boring. There's nothing like I don't know. I just don't find him interesting. Lost in time thing. I'm just not a white guy. Like literally the only people I know that like Captain America for the most part are like white guys. It's just not the demographic that it's targeted for, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah, true.
Like I can't relate.
I know. There's just been good arcs. Like I love the Mark Grunwald stuff, and I don't know.
But no, like I said, he wasn't that bad issue. Deadpool's here.
Mm-hmm.
Make fun of him.
And
but like lovingly.
I know. Yeah, basically Wolverine and Cap turn Deadpool down asking for help, so.
My point is that you've been out in the cold for a long time, Deadpool. Nobody has taught you but yourself. Maybe it's time to see where you fit in the world, and I'm just like, like don't talk to him like don't talk to my Deadpool like that, okay?
Oh, I love this scene. It's where you find Lilith Hellfire in New York, an unpermitted Chinese food cart.
Yeah. I'm all about that. Oh my God. I'm giving Philip the drop of his dream. I'm all about that street meat, son.
Oh my God! I'll cut that up 5 minutes after we're done. 12 minutes and 50 seconds. Okay. Look, I'm writing that down. But I just love when he's like, he's cutting open his leg to put that tracker in, so they come for him. Because he's pulling down his pants. He says, "I'm taking out a little insurance," and Preston's like, "That's not what you call your dongle, right?"
Oh no.
Little insurance. No, ladies, it doesn't matter how big or small it is. Men will always refer to it as something big, whether it is or not.
Y'all are fragile. It's fine.
If you can't if you can't be encouraging to yourself, who can you be encouraging to?
True. I get it. Oh, but I like where we kind of go further down after he's like killed that guy, and then the voices has like put his radio on. Please don't spoil our tactical advantage.
No.
I was like, wow.
And
then Wolverine, the helicopter is stealth.
Yeah. And then Deadpool and the household cleaners in the microwave.
Yeah, that was a thing that happened.
Yeah, and then you basically just have Deadpool and Wolverine fighting mercenaries.
This is a fun, like, a lot of action, at least.
Oh, yeah. Explosions, guns, claws. But yeah. What?
I gotta go. I gotta speed this up.
You got to go.
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, that's okay.
So, but no, like I said, Captain America wasn't that bad, and I liked Wolverine more. I feel like we need more Deadpool Wolverine team ups, to be honest.
Yeah. Especially if they're both gonna be like Weapon X kind of thing.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense for me.
Mm-hmm.
But then you don't want that oversaturation of those two together because they're too busy being oversaturated in other books, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I mean, instead of doing a Spider-Man Deadpool team up book, do a Wolverine Deadpool team up.
Yeah. Somebody get Marvel on the phone.
I mean, I know, yeah, the two Spider-Man Deadpool are both supposed to be the funny ones, but don't you like the buddy cop when, they're contrasting? And they're both in that X universe, so.
Exactly. However, tangentially, Deadpool is hanging on to that X universe.
I know. Has Deadpool outgrown the X universe?
I think the X universe has outgrown him. Definitely.
That's true. Oh, yeah, especially now with House of X and Powers of X.
Yeah.
They're not hanging around with a non-mutant.
Tangential mutant.
What? Did you say tangential meat?
Tangentially mutated.
Oh,
Much like Spider-Man.
They said tangential meat. I was like, what?
Whoa!
You and the meat. Jeez.
I'm like Arby's. This podcast is not sponsored by Arby's, but Arby's would like to sponsor us. You are very much welcome to sponsor us. We will take that money.
I need some muscle and some meat.
So true. But yeah, like I just was there a reason that they decided to do this though? Like I just don't really understand the reason for a part 5 thing with Captain America.
I don't know. Is it trying to boost someone's sales? Because again, you got Wolverine and that whole X thing. You got Captain America and the Avengers thing. So it's kind of like if you're reading a Marvel book at some point, you might be interested in this because it's got an Avengers element, an X-Men element. Of course.
Okay, but the last page is my very favorite page because he's like, please don't refer to our subject as a weirdo.
Oh yeah, because was that whole fight a hallucination? Because then Deadpool's in the tank, or did they actually capture him?
Well, they said he's under, so I took it as they captured him, but it's very ambiguous.
Got to keep.
Which a lot of Deadpool stuff's kind of ambiguous because honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually decided to ever end Deadpool of all Deadpool. He's been in that the coma the whole time or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Everything's just been a coma dream.
Oh well, that's what they said. If they really wanted to mess with like the Walking Dead fans, they would end it with Rick waking up out of the coma and it was all a dream,
or it was a premonition. Dun, dun, dun. Because I love Final Destination. How pissed people would be there, but what about Fear the Walking Dead? Don't worry about that. It doesn't matter. Fight me. But yeah, no. Like I said, it was some good art, some good moments. This just definitely felt like a cash grab to me.
Yeah. Well, they're probably thinking about doing Weapon X, some stuff. And they're like, hey, we got Wolverine, and we can kind of tangentially tie Cap into this.
Tangentially, the loosest of loose.
Wade world where we make everything sound dirty, even tangentially.
Well, it's a gift. It's a gift we have.
That's right, Captain Pornhub. It is.
Yes, I accept that name. Master Doom, watch your back.
Come listen to Wade's World with Phil Perich and Lilith Captain Pornhub Hellfire.
Yes, I'll take it.
Nice.
So speaking of cash grabs,
we need some kind of like Photoshop photo of like you in like a Captain America suit, except it has like the Pornhub logo on it or something.
Somebody get on that for Philip.
That's what she said.
Oh my God, that's our one per episode. Absolute number 3. Written by Frank Thierry and art by Marcella Fiora. All my codexes live in Texas.
Krypton?
And
What?
by Texas, we mean Deadpool's spine. Yeah. So I thought that this was better than I was expecting.
Yeah, I think the last part was they brought it together in the end.
Yeah. It's not bad for a tie-in issue. But like if we're gonna be honest, Deadpool Pans and Completionists is basically who this book is for, and no one else.
Yeah, we get some Spider-Man too.
Yeah. But I actually enjoyed the art.
Oh yeah, the art's great in this.
I'll tell you what, it's better than Absolute Carnage Avengers #1. I'll tell you that. It makes a little more sense, I guess, for me.
Yeah, but I picked this up. I didn't pick up Avengers. So.
Somebody I was on the bus with had it, and we kind of like swapped. So yeah, I don't think it lives up to the previous Deadpool versus Carnage match, though.
Yeah. Again, it's like it's part of a big event, so it's like Deadpool can't solve the whole thing.
Exactly.
Which it's like with all the tie-ins, it's like it's not going to get wrapped up in any of these because it's going to do. They're waiting for the main miniseries to do it.
Exactly. But it was still fun and enjoyable, and I thought the jokes landed pretty well too.
Oh yeah. One of my favorite lines, I think, is just Deadpool's talking about Carnage eating Spider-Man. He's like, I hope you give him a mean case of spideria, but if he wants to eat me, he's gonna have a hard time because my ass is a to-go order.
I almost died at that line. I was like, wait a minute. Were they allowed to say that?
Well, it is rated. There's a parental advisory on this, as on most Deadpools.
As with this podcast is rated teen.
I really don't want to tell you what happened to my sheep.
Yowza.
Oh, we do get a B. Arthur reference in here.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't be modern Deadpool without it. And by modern, I mean circa 2015 to present.
Just the whole spine thing. Ew.
I know. But at least that's kind of sort of scientifically accurate.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, basically swallow his dynamite to like kill Carnage or try to. Because they're battling Norman, who thinks he's Cletus.
I know. I'm just like, oh, we're having this discussion again. Obviously, the whole event is about Norman Osborn. I'm just saying. Kind of obvious.
Always comes back to Norman.
Unless you're a poor Lefty Donovan.
Oh!
Scroll down.
Ultimate Spider Cast.
Gobble, gobble.
Oh my lord! But then at the end, when Deadpool's supposedly recuperating, he's playing Maximum Carnage.
I know, right? I'm just like, way to break the fifth wall.
I was like, N64? What? Is that what that was on, N64? Or was that?
All right.
Where's that Super Nintendo?
I gotta go.
Okay, I will wrap up.
All right.
Thanks, Lilith. All right, now Lilith Hellfire's gone. We can talk about her. Oh wait, she's in the chat. She's in the chat room. Gotta wait till she's completely gone to talk about her. But yeah, Absolute Carnage versus Deadpool. Good issue. Like me and Lilith have been talking about, I haven't been buying. I picked up the first issue of Absolute Carnage. I haven't been picking up any of the tie-ins except for like the Deadpool series. Again, just like fatigue of like too many events, and then you get, I don't know. I just feel like they've been like burning the Venom and the symbiotes out ever since the Venom movie came out. Just way too much. But no, I enjoyed this Absolute Carnage. Again, like Lilith and I said, it's it has a flaw just in its makeup, just because it's like Deadpool can't be the big hero of the whole thing because this isn't the main miniseries. But good jokes. I love Spider-Man. I'd say this is probably I'd recommend picking it up, especially if you're a Deadpool or Spider-Man fan. I'd say B+. So yeah, go check it out. Cool cover. Oh, and announcements. Oh, did we tell you about the Kelly Thompson? I forget. I was talking to Lilith offline. I don't remember if I said it on here or not. But yes, whenever the new Deadpool #1 comes out by Kelly Thompson, she has agreed to talk to us. I believe now it's been pushed back to November 20th, but Kelly said she would talk to us. So stay tuned at the end of November or beginning of December. I'll add the interview to one of our episodes or maybe do a bonus one. But yeah, send us your thoughts if you can get, because we might do it that day of release. So go out that Wednesday. Like I said, I believe it's November 20th now. Go pick up Deadpool #1 by Kelly Thompson. As soon as you're done, either write us an email or on our social media or call our voicemail. Leave us your thoughts. I can read them or play them right for Kelly Thompson. If you leave us a voicemail, you can ask. You won't hear it right away, but I can play your exact words right to her. Remember, December is Wade's Miss for 4 weeks in a row. All Deadpool, all Wade's World. Lilith and I are going to have some Christmas surprises for you and all those. So come back, check all those out. And remember, we're doing Wade's Miss. So send us your pop culture and geek culture and superhero themed Christmas wish lists, and we'll read them on the air. Heck, it doesn't even have to be any of that. Just any Christmas wish lists or holiday wish lists. Just send them to us. We'll read them on the air so all your friends can hear. All right, so Lilith Hellfire's gone. We covered the issues. All right, everyone. Again, send us your thoughts on. We're going to be covering the good, the bad, and the ugly for the rest of the year for 2019. So send your thoughts on any of those parts, even this part 1 we just covered. What did you think of Absolute Carnage Deadpool, the 3-issue miniseries? Send that. Like I said, send your thoughts on Deadpool 1 when it hits for Kelly Thompson. Any questions, comments, concerns, just Deadpool in general. You know we love random nonsense here, so just send us in your random nonsense. And ready. How can we send them in? All right. So you want to send any or all of that in. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Call our voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And if you can't remember that voicemail number and you're dying to send us a voicemail, check out any of our social media. It could be Wade's World. It could be any of the Capes and Lunatics or Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks social media. I believe we have a call button on all of them. All you have to do is hit the call button. When you're on your phone, search out our social media, hit that call button, and boom, right to us. And you might be saying, how do you get to that social media? Well, I'm glad you asked, voice in my head. You can always find any and all of our social media links at Linktree. That's linktr.ee. Just get it, Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. And you can even interact with us live in person because we always stream all of these shows live now. You can always find that on the Capes and Lunatics Facebook page, on the Capes and Lunatics Twitter account, or right here on getvocal.com/channel/Capes. That's getvocal.com/channel/Capes. So much social media. All right. And since she's not here, but she gave up a busy Saturday for me, at least for an hour or two. Follow Lilith Hellfire on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire. And you can also find her on Instagram at Lilith Health. I believe it's Lilith. She has 2. You can follow her at Lilith Hellfire 86. Or for the funny memes, you can always find her at Lilith Hellfire 69. Get it? 69. Duh. All righty. Gotta close it out myself. That's what she said. Anyway, thank you once again for joining me And the queen of the drink, Lilith Hellfire. This has been Wade's World. That's right. The Deadpool Podcast. And if any of our friends would like to join us for some Christmas hijinks, let us know. Would you like to hear a Charlie Esser? Would you like to hear a Moz Manzor, Tyler Patrick, the Quantum Zone Boys, Will and Matt? You know Will and Matt.
What about our Quasar podcast?
What about our Quasar podcast?
See, check out Quantum Zone. Anyway, I'd even love to get our Alaskan friends in here in on this. All right. Fun and games, random nonsense. It's all Wade's World. Come back next time. Remember, maximum effort, minimum common sense.